And welcome to the Mantic Universe podcast. It's Danny Graves out as another roving reporter episode, but this time we're doing something a little bit different. As you've noticed recently, we've been doing our first in the series of Armada episodes. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What's a pasty-faced, scurvy-free landlubber like Danny Graves doing playing Armada? Well, the truth is I've never actually played it before. But I have come to South Oxford for a delightful Armada tournament. I got the game when it came out and I painted up an Orc fleet, built my Basilians, didn't get really round to playing any more games because I didn't have anybody local. So this is the first time thrown in at the deep end, quite literally. So I'm going to be speaking to everybody, seeing how the games went, just generally having a newbie's imbecile guide to getting into Armada. So let's put the naughty back in nautical. Well, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Oh, shouldn't ever put me in command of a ship. I end up sailing backwards, for God's sakes. The Mantic Universe podcast. So much universe and so little time.
This is Andy from Mantic Games, and you're listening to the Mantic Universe podcast. So much universe, so little time.
Now, naturally, I've lost my first game, but I'm here with
Russell,
who quite happily saw me through my first game, helped me out with the rules, and I can see here you've got quite a few fleets in your box. So, are you a Armada expert?
I don't know if anyone's an Armada expert, but no, I've played quite a bit. We got into it a couple of years ago. We've played quite a bit around here. We've got quite a few people, about 6 people who play here.
Cool. So you get like regular games?
Yeah, we go through phases like every game, but yeah, definitely once every couple of months, which is probably regular for Armada.
And you brought Abyssal Dwarves to kick my face in. So why did you pick them?
Well, because I've used my Orcs the last time, and I just got them up and I've not run them in a tournament. And I just like the combination of being a bit more manoeuvrable and hard-hitting. Well, not hard-hitting, not tanky. So
I noticed they've got quite a shed load of hull points.
Yeah, I'm running 2 of the Aaaaars, which are, I call them pocket battleships, because they're medium base, but they've got 75 hull, which means they are quite hard to take out, but you're not giving away the +1.
Yep, I only managed to sink one ship thanks to my hammer fist crashing into it and then grounding itself on a sandbank. My smasher went in as well, did some severe damage, but it just outmaneuvered me.
Yeah, it's the passing phase. Once you get past that, your ships tend to move away from each other and it gets a bit harder. You have to kind of come back in a bit harder. You kind of went round the edges, where if you turned harder, you would have maintained the engagement. But at that point, I was up on ships and I was quite happy to just fly off into the distance. Yeah,
we've got 2.5 hours per tournament round, but we've knocked the usual 8 turns down to 6, just because those last 2 turns are superfluous. You're just wasting time going around in circles.
Yeah, we tend to find that from playing the last 2 turns, most ships are kind of off they're either near to sinking or they're off into the edge. So we just found 6 turns, especially in a tournament when you've got a bit more of a time pressure. We just like to drop it down a bit.
Plus, the tournament's official title is the Great Oxfordshire Boat Race. So we had an additional little tiny boat where we had to row like hell and get into the opponent's deployment zone. Unfortunately, neither of us did that because we were too busy trying to avoid our own ships. I did get yours down to 2 hull points.
Yeah.
But my last couple of Hail Mary shots failed it.
Yeah, yours was like an inch away from the deployment zone. I had to avoid ramming to loads of stuff, so mine was like a good couple of turns from getting hit. It's a shame, but someone will make it. We were on diagonal deployment zones, which is also the toughest for this, because it's a longer distance for the boats to go. And they're not exactly fast, they're just tiny ships.
Oh, bless them.
The little rowboats, they're doing it. They shouldn't be here.
We should have actually declared who was Oxford and who was Cambridge.
True. Yeah.
Who do you want to be?
I should probably say Oxford, see I live around here.
Yeah. I think my cousin went to Cambridge, so I'll go Cambridge all weekend.
That's fine.
That's fair. I'll take on the locals. Beautiful. So
I wouldn't call myself a local, but yeah, I've lived here 20 years.
So the mission we had also had random icebergs popping up. So every turn, an iceberg, you can took it in turns. Whoever could put one wherever they wanted, and then the other player got to move it an inch. So didn't play a massive.
No. So in place testing, it was found that we had to move it off the putting down on turn 1, because in turn 1, the best thing to do is stick it in front of the opponent's fleet, at which point that messes up everyone's deployment. So we've said no icebergs on turn 1, then turn 2 on turn 2. But yeah, we managed to avoid them, mainly because I've got engines. And me running into something is just really bad playing.
Like I did.
Yeah, but you don't have engines. I mean, I get to turn at the start of a turn, so if I make a mistake, at least I get to correct it before anything happens next turn.
I suppose every fleet's got his bonuses.
Yeah.
I learned quite quickly that mine is smashing shit in the face.
Yeah, turn 2, you had me very worried, because you put like 30 points of damage onto one of my ankles on turn 2, and I was going to, this could go nastily, but luckily I managed to I got him a perfect, I used every weapon system in the turn. That was decimated. That brought it back on my favour. That
took one of my hammer fists out.
Yeah.
My bomb boats, one of them got to go between your ships with all this close combat shots. Did fantastic, but obviously Abyssal Dwarf ships, I couldn't sink them, and then you blow me out the water.
Yeah, I didn't get to board you though. I was hoping to board you. That guy sank 2 bomb boats but didn't board anybody.
Yeah, whole game we had like 4 or 5 attempts to grapple, and we only had one boarding action. Really disappointed. Yes. It was good fun though. I learnt a lot, and I'm quite looking forward to the next one. We've got a lot of Orc players here. I'm guessing that's just because that's the starter fleet that comes with.
Yeah, we've got Orcs and Basilians. We've got Ghost Salamanders as well. I think Kingdom of Men, is that?
Looks like.
Yeah.
Got a dwarf player. Mike Smith has taken a horrific list with loads of bombarding. Well, it's Mike, so he always goes filthy.
Yeah,
he's not got a sweet bone in his body, that guy, when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, and we've got Twilight King. What's the
Trident
Realms, and a normal dwarf fleet over there.
Exciting, right?
See how it goes out.
Thank you very much, Russell. I'll speak to you later. And I'm here with fan favourite Todd Durkin. Last time I was in this exact building, you were running the War of the Roses event. Yep. Are we going to be having this again? Actually, I know full well we're having it because I've already got my ticket, but I wanted to tell all the people at home about it.
We're actually doing another Armada event in August here, so for Explodicon. So you have Kings of War, Armada, you have Dead Zone, Dreadball, Walking Dead, Firefight. All in 3 days over bank holiday.
Have you got the stamina to do every single game?
Yeah, it was fun. I did. It was happened once before in Toyman.
Yeah, I did it down in Toyman.
And it was so good. All 3 days. Me and Alan did all 3 days. It's long days, but it's good weekends.
In fact, I think I remember playing you at Dead Zone there.
That's sick. So I got my revenge on you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Kings, yeah. Yeah.
Cool, man. So how did your game go today, and what list have you brought?
I brought Orcs, very Morax on everything, veteran on everyone, so the idea is just to hit in and board and kill you by boarding, but I just played another Orc player who had bigger ships than me. So my Morax counter for nothing. It was close. I lost 2 ships, he lost 1, so it was, a close loss. So
what ships have you brought?
I bought Smasher, 2 Hammer Fists, a Blood Runner, and a little Rabble.
That's virtually identical to mine. Yeah, I've got the Smasher, 2 Hammer Fists, Blood Runner, and 2 Bomb Boats.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's all right. If you're playing Orcs versus Orcs, though, I think it's who's got the bigger ships. He had a Maul ship in there and a Smasher ship, and so yeah.
I was up against the Abyssal Dwarves, but super tough. I didn't do much. I say it's my first game, so I Smasher and Hammerfish just basically nutted one. I didn't really know what to do with upgrades. I got an extra hull points on my Smasher, veteran crew, and the 3 biggest ships all got grappling hooks, which I completely forgot about.
Brilliant.
Unlucky crew on my Smasher as well. I just thought, let's go all in. I should really have come up with a ship captain or something. Do you have a ship captain name?
No. I put more guns on the Smasher actually, and that's quite effective. So it's
This is Fred reminding you to visit the Kings of War forum, kowforum.com. No ads, no commercials. That's kowforum.com.
Hey, this is Ash Walker and Zakama13, and you're listening to the Mantic Universe podcast. So much universe, so little time.
Was it 4 close or something? 3 close, but yeah.
Yeah, when I first was looking through, it's close combat gun. They're only little guns, they're not going to do much. And I read the rule book, and I was just
powerful.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Great one in that last game. My bomb boat got to go right in between 2 of them and unleash point blank range and bombers are great. They've got like 3 close weapons on each side, and at that range do double damage. It's like, yes! And blew me out the water, but it was worth it.
I got a stern rake in at close, so triple damage, and I thought I even said to him, like, this is the game change now. If I get this off, it's going to be good. A hit with 1.
Oh, man.
And it was like a light cannon or something, so 3 damage after doing all that. But I did it so perfectly, like, a bit annoying.
Yeah, we've got quite a few Orc players here as well, so...
Yeah, there's like more Orc players than anyone else. So I think I played Trident Realm last year, but Trident Realm, I think, just the best. Like, they're so good. The fact that you can just go to speed 1 and then 360 turn wherever you want.
Really?
Honestly, it's just ridiculous. So they go yellow, I think, speed 3, red, speed 2, and then speed 1. You basically can do a 360 pivot from memory. So you can literally get close by and get point blank ranges in, because it's all frontal shooting with Trident Realm. So you think concentrated fire at the front. You put yourself at risk from stern rakes or whatever the front one is, stern or bow. So but I did all right with them last year. Came 2nd or 3rd. This year I don't think I'll do quite as well.
So it's like we're enjoying the Orcs, but I think it's got me enough to like pay up my Basilians now as well. I like the idea of the big. We've all watched Pirates of the Caribbean and bollocks like that, and Master and Commander, and that's a bit cool. They have the ship of the Grand Turk. It's like a replica. They had that up in Whitby when I went to visit there, so I got to walk around that, and they had a replica of Captain Cook's ship. That you got to go out on across the bays. That was really cool. Been to see the Mary Rose down in Portsmouth. It's not like a massive interest of mine, but it's just a bit fun. It's great fun to play it on the tabletop.
It's such a fun game, this. So good.
And Orcs, smashing people in the face is fun on the water as well as on land.
Unless you play another Orc player. And then,
Well, I'd love to play them in Kings of War, but there's not enough variation in the army lists, so I'm probably never going to do them. But at least I can do them in this, and it's fulfilled my green ambitions. Beautiful. Cheers for speaking to you, man, and good luck with the rest of the games.
Thank you.
And I'm here with Alan Goodenough, who is surprisingly one of the unluckiest players in the world. In fact, I've heard there are wooden spoons known as the Goodenough Award.
There are.
What do you do to... were you like a serial killer or perhaps a genocidal dictator in a previous life? What have you done for the gods to curse you so?
There was an incident or two. That's all I'm allowed to say. The NDA forbids any further discussion.
But unfortunately, for his past transgressions in previous lives, he has been reincarnated as a rather lovely fellow.
Well, it's just keeping up appearances, really.
Oh.
Can't,
So what army are you playing with today?
Dwarves today.
What's in your list? What have you got?
I have a Grimstone, 2 Runestones, and a Thunderer and a Hunter.
Is that quite balanced? 'Cause I've not ever looked at any dwarves. So
Is it balanced? It can be very hard hitting, very slow moving. But I think it's a pretty well done faction.
I saw you playing against Trident Realms and they're quite tricksy.
They are. I should have avoided them more instead of going straight towards them, gone around to the sides where they can't shoot me. But
so they're all forward facing and...
They're all forward facing.
I'm guessing with dwarves you've got big fat broadsides.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Did you win?
No.
Oh.
What a silly question.
It's like getting beaten up at the SeaWorld.
Absolutely. It was horrendous.
Yeah, don't prod the orcas, kids. It's only going to end badly.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Cheers, man. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, man.
And we've just been looking at the bottom table, the losers table, and it was me and...
Chris, hello everybody.
It's Chris again.
I'm semi-regular, I keep playing Danny and, Kings of War, I can beat Danny on most days,
No,
but
quite
apparently
regularly.
not on the high seas.
No, on the high seas, he's undead. Quite lame, to be honest. And my orcs, I didn't eat. Orcs are brilliant at grappling, they're great at headbutting, but I shot you out the water.
Yeah.
We played Flotsam and Jetsam, so lots of floating
You
treasure.
got quite lucky, you picked up the 2 in front of the other 2.
Yeah.
And then just whoosh, off you went. Can't catch that, can't turn around, can't handbrake turn a ghost ship.
And I found orcs are brilliant at close range because they've got the high number of close guns. It's just that 3 damage, and then you get in close, multiply it up. It's just been fantastic this weekend. So, ghost ships. Are you going to continue on playing ghosts?
I might digitally convert some looks like ghost ships, but are actually Empire of Dust, just to keep the undead theme thing.
Undead theme.
All in one going. Same as my
what is it with the undead theme thing? Were you used to work as a mortician, or
just love dead people? Anyway, I've been playing undead since ye olde days of Warhammer Fantasy Battle.
Yeah, I was saying earlier.
I read a White Dwarf. It had undead in it. Went, they're cool. Went home and Mum said, "Oh, not Warhammer."
Yeah.
Talk to your uncle. There you go. And he bought me my first vampire.
Back in the 80s,
I wasn't there now. No.
Oh, I am not old.
In the 90s for me.
The Skeleton Army box set where you got like
maybe
8 cavalry.
Closer to the noughties.
I used to bike 2 miles to my friends to play Warhammer, and we didn't have carry cases in them days, so I had like the entire Skeleton Army in there with a big metal Nagash in my bag. So the rocking motion, I started off with maybe 30, 40 skeletons, and I ended the summer with like 8.
Yeah,
just
me
crushed
too.
them.
Undead piled into a ice cream tub and then walk for an hour in a rucksack. So
to be fair, I've run out of figure cases and boxes and stuff, so some of my firefight do actually go into a box. Gaming armies I don't mind too much, but some of the fancier stuff I'm a little bit more about. The Armada ships with the sails, they're all safely packed in foam.
a bit fiddly. Yeah, so just lost the game to Danny on the bottom table. So I suspect, they're not yet confirmed, I have the wooden spoon.
Well,
I've preempted that and got myself one of the black stars to put on the Smith banner of records.
Yeah, after my abysmal showing at Masters, I now have to put the beautifully painted wooden spoon from Masters on the King of Hearts banner as a trophy. It's not much of a trophy,
Forevermore.
but forevermore.
Yeah.
So everybody knows I might be a loser,
there,
but
you
I'm
were
the
there.
best loser. Everybody, all the other losers suck. You suck, Chris. I'm the best loser.
I just went to Masters and did average.
Average. You did better than me.
I can't remember.
And you went to
16th. I came less than average.
And the team, the King of Hearts team, we went.
Yeah.
I was the best free dwarf player. You're the best undead player. That's pretty good, man. And I got best in race. And I took 6 different races last year.
I want to see which is the best team of brothers today. So there's 12 players, but 3 sets of brothers playing today. So I'm going to go and see how Mike's done.
Well, this is Mike who got the 3 critical hits on 3 dice and blew Todd out the water.
Triple crit. with indirect weapons, which set himself on fire, but yeah.
You know, but when you roll dice like that, it's kind of worth it. That's one of the things I've loved about the weekend is the critical hits and some of the spiked rolls. It's not wacky, but it's not wacky, but it has that kind of oh my god element.
Ghost ships don't. I just crossed out the critical hit table because I neither apply it nor have it applied to me, so I feel like I'm missing out
In my first
on
turn,
setting things on fire.
In my first turn, I did 2 bomb boats, did 26 damage and set a dictator on fire. I lost the game because my hammer fist with his 2 tokens, he got into the objective zone, went off the board. I was like, all I have to do is come on turn 6 and I'm fine. And his phoenix flew over me, set me on fire, set off my ammunition, boom, turn 6,
I did
and I lost
say
the game.
don't roll a 1, Danny, but there we go.
Well, I can't be trusted with things like that. Anyway, I think some of the other games are wrapping up. Let's go see how you lost, how you did. Never mind. Bye, Chris.
Bye.
And I'm here with Greg, who is the tournament organiser. And we've just announced all the winners. How did it go?
Oh, I think it went pretty well. Nice little turnout. Good to see people coming, turning faces, new faces. I think it went pretty smooth. It's always a good one to run. It's our 2nd year and seems to be going pretty well so far.
I've had a brilliant day, even though I said at the start of the podcast, the Imbecile's Guide to Armada, I walked in and everybody was fantastic. Showed me along the ropes as I went, including yourself. You also showed me how not to blow up my own ships.
It's a skill slowly learned. We all work on it. We've had a few chaotic games, like careening battleships through the middle lines, beaching krakens, whales, and all sorts really.
Excellent. So who were the winners in the end?
So our first place, you'll just put me on the spot now. Our first place was Ian Kane, second place was Russ Joinson, and first place was Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. Don't get mixed up because Chris actually came last.
And Chris did come last.
Chris did actually come
Getting
last.
the coveted rear admiral position.
It was actually a really cute little trophy with a little anchor.
A little anchor. As we do.
Bless. So when's the next one going to be?
We're probably going to repeat this one maybe next January, summertime of year. and we have another event in the same venue in August.
The big Exploder-Con where all the events coming in, Mega
all
Mantic
the events.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's going to be 6 tournaments over 5 days. Sign-ups are open. Please do sign up. You don't have to play at everything. If you want to play one event, that's cool.
So hear that first, everybody. Get your noses on Facebook. I'm pretty sure it's on there as an event. Have a route around and come on down and we'll see you. Whereabouts are we?
We are in Welcome Sotwell in Oxfordshire. We're just down the road from Wallingford.
That sounds like the most English name for a village
It's a
in the
very
history of
English place. We have a Prime Minister down the road.
An ex-Prime Minister.
An ex-Prime Minister.
A bumbling imbecile of an ex-Prime Minister.
He doesn't come, don't worry.
Though last time we were here, he did come to the shop next door for his morning paper. I was hoping he'd turn up today so I could ask him a couple of questions about Armada, whether he knew the answers or not.
Sure.
He'd have lied anyway.
I'm sure he would. Waffle on for it.
Don't worry, if anybody asks, it's me who's the interviewer. I'll get done for libel. You'll be fine.
Cool.
Don't want to bring the name of the village into disrepute.
As we do.
So, thank you. And as it is a naval game, can I look at your belly button?
You certainly can.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a quality belly button. I wouldn't go around asking him too much to see it because, you know, it's quite chilly outside. It might get cold, but as far as navals go, he's done it well. Thank you, Greg.
Very much. Thank you.
The Mantic Universe Podcast. So much universe, so little time.
Hey there, I'm Brian.
And I'm Rick.
From Dead Zone, the podcast.
And you're listening to Mantic Universe Podcast.
For everything Mantic under the sun.
And there we have it. The sails have been furled. We've all gone into dry dock to have the barnacles scraped off our asses. And we've thankfully had nobody doing Jack Sparrow impersonations. Though apparently, according to some sources, I did a remarkably accurate Elizabeth Swann at times. So we've had a great time playing Armada, and I can quite happily say it's no longer the Imbecile's Guide to Armada because I won my last game. So I'm actually one of the crew now, which is lovely. Maybe one day I'll even make it to a Commodore. Not Lionel Richie, one of the others. Maybe a backing singer, something like that. And I've had it on good authority that we're at 100 episodes of the Mantic Universe podcast now, which is fantastic. Who'd have thought that all those years ago, Clem and Chris, two ne'er-do-wells, recording an episode about their love of Mantic games from the back of a van, hiding from the authorities in Germany, to become global superstars. We've got Walt in Australia, we've got Mark in America, we've got the guys from Tom, Jerry, Ireland, I'm over in England, all the Germans, Mo over in Singapore. It's truly become a worldwide celebration and love of Mantic games, and I'd just like to thank you all for being a part of it and joining in on the fun. I have no idea what's coming on the next Armada episode, so stay tuned and find out. I will see you all later. Thank you very much and good night.